Hey everybody, my name's Dustin.
I'm Alora.
And this is Living to Be Happy. We're a couple that travel the country, working seasonal jobs, trying to live life to the fullest with our cat Mochi.
And today we're by the Middle Fork River here in Hungry Horse, and we are going to talk about our top 5 favorite hikes that we did this summer in Glacier National Park. We listed these easiest to hardest.
Number 1, Johns Lake Loop Trail. It's a very easy one. It's only 1.9 miles long. It's 183 feet of elevation gain. What we like about the trail is mostly just the environment you're in. It's kind of shaded, kind of mossy, kind of whimsical looking. It's really one of those trails that stands out to me for being so easy that kids could do it, but gives you a really good experience of just different. It's not like out here. It's almost really green moss and
yeah, the whole forest floor is covered in moss. I think there were big rocks that had moss on it. The lake was not that spectacular, but it had a lot of lily pads in it, which was cool.
It's really more for the trail. I like that one. It's really easy.
Yeah, there is a waterfall that you pass and little creeks and stuff. So it's really pretty for what it is. The lake not so much, but everything else is really
Definitely
pretty.
worth it.
Yeah, and it's accessible and easy. So Johns Lake Loop Trailhead is along Going to the Sun Road on the west side. So you're gonna pass Lake McDonald Lodge. You'll see the sign for it. It's on the right. There's 2 different parking lots, one that's closer to the entrance and one that's closer to the end of the loop. But you'll see the sign for it.
Number 2 is Avalanche Lake Trail via the Trail of Cedars is the way we went. I think that's a really good one. There's a lot of parking and it's a lot of people like this one, you know?
Yeah, I think it's one of the most popular hikes. I can't remember what number it was on the map.
I don't know either.
Oh.
I don't know either, but it's a really good trail. It's not too long. I think it's 5.9 miles long, 757 feet of elevation gain. It's a pretty gradual trail. I don't think anything was too hard about it.
It was gradual. The first part of the Trail of the Cedars that leads to the regular Avalanche Lake Trail, is all boardwalk, and you walk through a forest of cedar trees, so just super tall, beautiful trees. And then you get to, I think you follow a river or a creek.
Something along the way. There's water along the way at the beginning, and it's just really beautiful.
The lake is really pretty, and yeah, it's pretty popular though, so you will see a lot of people hiking it.
It will pack out too, even with all the parking lots. I think when we first went, we had to circle a couple times to get in there.
Yeah, and there's a huge parking lot, multiple parking lots for this one, and you still should get there pretty early.
Yeah, and that's just a rule for all of these. If you want to get in the parking lot or not have to park way down the road, get to all the trails, just in general. Get there early. Get there first.
Yeah, and you'll see the trailhead. You'll see Avalanche Lake, Trail of the Cedar signs. It's along Going to the Sun Road on the west side, and you'll just see a ton of people. When you see a ton of people, then
you're probably there.
Yeah, you made it. All right, so we're gonna get into the longer hikes now. So number 3 is Iceberg Lake. It's 9.3 miles, 1,450 feet of elevation. This one you probably want to get to in the earlier part of the season, before all the snow starts melting. There's actual icebergs in the lake. When we went, the icebergs had already melted, but it's still really, really cold there. So definitely bring a sweatshirt and a hat. It was a long trail, but it was really, really easy. There's 2 parts that are kind of steep. Besides that, it's pretty flat. There was a ton of huckleberries that we ate on the way there. On the way back, we saw a moose.
That was cool.
We passed through a lot of wooded areas. A big chunk of it was walking along the mountain too, so you saw some views on the side. To find the trailhead, you can park at the Swift Current Motor Inn. There's a smaller parking lot by closer to the trailhead, but I think most people park at the Motor Inn, and that's in Many Glacier. So it's on the east side. It's a long drive if you're staying on the west side, so just be aware of that.
Yeah, definitely worth it. A lot of people have some nice pictures in the early season. Really, when we come back, we're going there.
Yeah. Number 4 is Cracker Lake. It's a 12-mile trail with an elevation of 1,650 feet. It's my favorite lake that I've seen so far because it's like an opaque turquoise lake.
Very blue. It stands out when you see the other ones.
Yeah, and it's because of glacial erosion. So I guess they call it rock flour, but it's basically like the silt makes it opaque and look that bright blue color. The rocks around it are most of them are red, so it has like a really pretty contrast. The hike itself was a gradual incline, so it was just a really nice hike. You pass by creeks, bunch of rocks, wooded areas, just everything. Glacier National Park types of landscapes. The beginning of the beginning of the trail though is really bad. Probably the first like mile and a half, 2 miles of the trail is a horse trail. And we went there when it was like after some rainy days, so it was actually really gross. Like going up there, totally worth it though. Honestly, I'd probably do that hike again, walking through that. It just sucks that a lot of the trails around here are shared with horse trails, so there's just a lot of horse poop, so just be aware of that. And to find the trailhead, it's in the Many Glacier Hotel parking lot, so put that in your GPS and park there and you'll see where everybody's walking. That's
where they're going.
Yes.
It is a really beautiful lake. We enjoyed like laying down right there on like the little rock bank. Took a little nap when we got there.
It was nice.
And the best thing about it, I think, is you can travel around the entire lake and there's lots of room to spread out and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a really big lake.
So yeah.
And that's another one where you'll see a lot of huckleberries and stuff. So when you're walking, you can just, if they're in season, you can eat the huckleberries.
Make sure they're huckleberries.
Yeah.
Number 5 is going to be the longest hike we recommend. And it's probably not going to be a surprise to anybody that knows about the hikes in Glacier. It's going to be the Highline Trail. It starts at Logan's Pass and goes to the Granite Chalet. It's 14.9 miles, has 2,578 feet of elevation, and it's probably our current limit.
Yeah. We did it. First of all, you have to go to Logan's Pass, so you have to wake up early. You have to get there. Logan's Pass parking lot you have to get there before 6 because Logan Pass fills up really, really fast. It's the highest point in the park that you can drive to, and it's the most popular hike. So yeah, we did that one, and yeah, it's about 15 miles to get there, but we also did there's a few different trails that come off of Highline. So one of them is Grinnell Glacier Overlook. So when we did it, we did 16 miles, and that is our limit. Yeah,
this is funny because that overlook it feels like it's almost straight up. It's kind of dangerous. If you're scared of falling, you might not want to do it. And honestly, unless you got your heart set on looking at the beautiful glacier, I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
That's just me, but it's beautiful.
Highline itself is a really, really like nice hike though. Like you get
big views.
Big views, yeah. The entire way there is just views of like all the mountains and glaciers and all of that. It's just so pretty. It gradually goes down and you don't really realize like how much you're going downhill until you're walking back. So we hiked all the way to the chalet.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
A nice little field of flowers before. It wasn't quite perfect, but there's a bunch of flowers right before you get to the chalet.
Yeah. You'll pass like a ton of meadows. So definitely go like when the wildflowers are coming out. Bunch of boulders.
Goats.
Meadows. Yeah, all kinds of animals. Marmots, all of that. And the chalet was really cool. Some people do Logan Pass to the loop, and then you can take a shuttle back. I don't really know how the shuttle system is working. This year, some people hitchhike back. So that would only be how many miles?
I think 9. I think it's only like 2 miles, like from the loop. It might be 3, but It's a lot shorter to go straight through and then catch a ride back.
Yeah.
We didn't do that.
We didn't do that. We don't cop out like that.
Yeah, we walked the whole 15 miles plus another mile.
Yeah. So it's the most scenic trail. Everybody wants to do it. It's very, very, very popular. You're going to be like walking in a line with people. So you're just gonna, eventually we had to pass them because we're like, this is,
we ain't gonna make it back.
It thins out as you go because it's a super long trail. You pass waterfalls, just a lot of, it's just a beautiful hike. Definitely recommend it if you're up for it. And yeah, the overlook, it was just so steep. It was just way too steep for us personally.
It takes a lot of energy out of you and you're halfway there. So then you gotta walk back up to get home. So it took a lot and it probably showed us what our limit was. So it was good for us and we recommend it.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else is probably gonna recommend that one.
Yeah. So these were our top 5 trails that we did. So yeah, thank you for watching. And thank you to all of our subscribers. We're at 705 right now, trying to get to 1,000. So if you guys like this video and you're interested in what we're doing in our RV, traveling, working seasonal jobs, and just, you know, living our best lives, you can too. Subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment down below if you have done any of these hikes. What did you think of them? Did you do the overlook? Was it worth it? Because we don't think it was.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.